misconception. पहिले दिसा त्रास झाले म्हणून सांगले. Suddenly there were things that U-turn झाला कितें. So how this illegality goes?
I'll explain something. To which will answer your question. तुम्ही पळयला आता दनपारां SP crime branch has given a press statement. First thing, how I will strike at the root of his press conference. My first question is, why did the SP of crime branch address a press conference? The SP of crime branch, to my knowledge, the chief minister had said that FIR which was registered at Anjuna police station about the kidnapping and that illegal demolition was being transferred to crime branch. So he could at the most speak on that FIR. How did he jump into the issue of the report which was submitted to the chief secretary and the recommendation of the chief secretary and the direction to suspend? I hope you understand what I am saying. There are two issues. One is the FIR by that family and the other is action against the PI. The FIR by the family is against the builder, against the owner, against the bouncers. Nothing to do with any officers named. So how does the SP of crime branch get up and make statements in respect of the other issue which is not before him? Second, in his press briefing, he makes a statement that the statement of PI Prashal Desai is not signed and not verified. Please listen very carefully to it. The statement of Prashal Desai, PI, is not signed nor verified. First, he accepts it is a statement of Prashal Desai. Second, how does he have access to that file, which is not still within his jurisdiction? How did he get access to know it was not signed? If he knows it was not signed, but it was sent by Prashal Desai, it is clearly it was sent by Prashal Desai. This shows overstepping of the limits by SP Crime Branch to protect his DGP. And this is the fear which we have expressed, that if the matter is handed over to crime branch, this officer will be under the supervision, under the direction and under the control of the DGP, who is named in that second part as the man who has made phone calls, the man who was intervening at every point of time to take action or to withhold from taking action. And therefore his direct involvement is a matter of concern for the state. It is a concern for crime and it's a concern for justice. I can understand if Prashal Desai was investigating a crime and an accused comes before him or a witness comes before him and makes a statement. Remember, under section 162 of the CRPC, statement made by a witness, because an accused can also be a witness, is not to be signed by such a witness. So any statement in an investigation, please understand this, not in an inquiry, in an investigation, and the investigation commences after FIR is registered. So such statement made before him as an investigation officer would definitely not be signed. But not when he does not have this case. Does he want to suggest that this case, second part of the DGP's involvement, that he has registered an FIR, that he has summoned these people for statements, that he has summoned a PI and recorded a statement which he has not obtained signature? This clearly shows that he rushed to try to give a clean sheet to the DGP. This shows the connivance of the entire police machinery now, and that is why I said in the afternoon, as far as investigation, it has to go to CBI, because according to me, from what you have shown, that there are bigger players involved, more police force officers, senior officers involved. It is named in the statement of the so-called unsigned and the so-called unauthenticated, unverified statement of Prashant Desai, names several other officers. And I have reason to believe, I still will make this charge, that there are other players in high rank of the government of India who would be involved in this. And that is why the matter must go to CBI, cannot be investigated by the crime branch or any branch of the government of Goa, not even vigilance or anyone, that should go there. As far as the second part is concerned, the role of the DGP and all other things, that is what we are all in unison by saying that, and I said from beginning, it should be an inquiry by an inquiry commission headed by a retired High Court judge, and I had said in the beginning, no police officer should be involved because then they will manipulate that inquiry. But there are good competent officers, there are retired officers who are there of the police, there are people who are also administrative officers who are there, who have retired, who also know the system, they know the process, the procedure, and they could be brought it. But I think the Chief Minister is the one who needs to stand out now and to clarify these issues, and we have demanded, and we reiterate the demand, that this criminal investigation should be moved to the CBI, and as far as this inquiry is concerned, it should be by a retired High Court judge.
Maybe as Michael and Salah that he has moved a calling attention, the SME on the first day itself on this issue. And we would like to see if it goes to the logical conclusion.
See, calling, and we have also discussed about it. We will definitely raise this issue. Moving a calling attention is not the solution. We have also moved a LAQ. We have moved an LAQ as well on this particular episode that has happened. The bigger picture is that there is a collapse in the law and order, which we've been pointing out. There is a nexus, all form of mafia, land mafia, muscle power, money power, dadagiri aaj nahi coin solve. And in between this, they give it a twist to change. How did this? Agar this, I think that lady said that she was also pressurized. So who is doing all these things? And under what pressure? And who is doing all this? There is a lot that has to come out, and we expect this to only come out through a retired High Court judge, because we have absolutely no faith in this present dispensation. Goa Police, there are good officers, but it is because of these type of officers that the name of Goa Police gets.
Is it a threat for the Goans? Land grabbing?
No, definitely it is a threat. And Amitan सांगितले भाशेन फाल्यां आमकां मोजना टायमा लास्ट पाक आनी त्या टायमा पासून जमीन आमी गोंयकारां आसता म्हूण सांगो जायना. The way sale of land is happening, and it's a huge big syndicate, and this cannot happen without a political nexus. Right from day one when we went at the site, we said that there is definitely political nexus involved.
Can we demand for a special status as far as land is concerned, because Goa is a very tiny state? Would you press for that?
Nothing
in the assembly?
prevents the government of Goa from making such a declaration. And the government of Goa has to press with the central government for doing it. And if the government of Goa is interested, unless they want to behave as land brokers, I think they will be together with us for saving it. But what we were discussing, leader of opposition and my party president, we were discussing also many inputs we have got of other deals having been done in similar manner, involving similar people. But we will bring these out in public domain after we have verified, cross-verified, not to give you unverified news.
And then also,
Doctor, we had a big land scam. Do you think we have not learned a lesson from that?
Do you think that SIT which has been set up is coming to any fruitful conclusion except settlement of matters with the help of certain officers, and where they are trying to negotiate deals and close up matters? we are asking this question, and our Congress party will floor the government on this to get the status of these SIT cases, how many have been settled, because to our knowledge, this is what we were discussing, that we have that information, how they have all gathered together to identify such lands, arrive at settlement, and quietly pass off those lands.
But
See, with Arjun,
No,
with regards to that SIT matter only, we had raised it in the House. 100 odd cases. And in those cases, if you see, there were some more officers. Why were they transferred? Vidhan Sabha mandal. When there was an inquiry happening, they were transferred within 1 or 2 months, especially in Margao. And they were pressurized. People accused for that, they were pressurized by certain police officers that this land deal should happen.
So today we talk about
Just
this, what you are talking about, north, south,